This is Michigan Public
What's up,
News.
DashFam?
Michigan Public
Let's cam it up. Keep me safe.
Support for NPR comes from the station.
We had to pull off on the side of the freeway this morning. I mean, we didn't have to, but we decided to because the wheels were fucking feeling like they were going to fall off. So around 65, this thing wiggles like a hoe. There's a motorcycle commuting. Good for them. And I got this perfectly blind spot. I got a Ram back there cruising in, but we're good. You can go around, right? I got a whole line of cars in front of me, so we're good.
This is NPR.
65, it starts wheeling and dealing. Let's see if I can get up past it. Yeah, there we go. I can get up past it at about 70. So we just went to Wilmot today, the one who had a flood, and just fucking scraped carpet glue off of a basement floor for the entire day. Mopped. I mopped it about 6-7 times. It's getting a little willy-nilly at 70 also. This sucks. Let's see if I can get up past that.
Let's start with that split screen. What happened in Kenya, a country where you used to live, and then what happened in Haiti, a country that you used to live?
Fucking these lug nuts probably aren't even tight, dude. I guess 70 is going to be where it's going to be at.
These were paraded around town. Rifles wearing what looked like
It's kind of...
Monica Juma, who was the Kenyan president's security advisor, explained Kenya's mission like this.
I don't know what the fuck, dude. It's going back and forth like from a half inch basically movement back and forth, like back and forth at 65. 60, it's fine. So I guess I'll just have to ride here. Oil.
And police reacted with violence. They opened fire on the crowd.
See if I can get up past a couple of these guys before I get willy-nilly.
And at least 20 protesters were killed. Haiti's Prime Minister Gary,
I don't know what it is, man. Because that time it didn't even do it at 65. Did it at 70. I mean, I gotta be able to go 70 and like get up past this. You can see it on the cam. It's fucking bouncing. Feels like it's gonna come right off.
Without major fights unless it is necessary.
Alright, backing off at 72. This guy can go around me. I went over for him. 70, it's smooth. 70, it's smooth.
When I was in Haiti last month, I spent time with
He's like 70, that's good.
I saw dozens and dozens of men with assault-style rifles.
And somehow I just dropped it from 70 on down to 65 and it didn't do it, but it's starting to.
They were willing to fight. On the other side, you have this Kenyan force. The officers who were deployed to Haiti are part of the GSU, which is a paramilitary.
Between 65 and 70, it's just fucking bounces willy-nilly.
Yesterday, and that's not out of the order.
Why?
I was there in 2017 during the big post-election protests, and I saw that unit act in ways that were both ruthless and inept. And during that period, security forces in Kenya killed dozens of protesters. Haiti's prime minister did leave for a negotiation, but he also said that a prerequisite for that would be that the gangs have to lay down their arms and recognize the authority of the nation state. So there's worry about this confrontation. Country director for Mercy Corps, one of the big charity organizations in the country, issued a statement today expressing his concern about the deployment. He said Haiti is already at a breaking point. Nearly 1.6 million people are on the brink of starvation. He said this deployment could, quote, escalate violence and endanger civilians as gangs might use them as
Getting off here at Barras uncharacteristically because I want to go to the ATM here that I go to. At the Canyon, Moran, and Mac.
Neither Haiti nor Kenya nor the U.S., which is funding this mission, have given much detail, and it's worth noting that there are a lot of essential things we don't know. For example, we don't know what the terms of engagement are.
Canyon and Mac.
We don't know who will be in command of the mission.
Do you have any sense from your visit last month of how Haitians are feeling about the mission?
I asked a lot of Haitians how they felt about this deployment, and what I got was a lot of shrugs. And the context
I know
is
that
important.
fucking
Haiti has lived
motherfucker next to
many
me, so I don't want him to see me.
In 1915, the U.S.
So I'm going
occupied
hat,
it for nearly
sunglasses,
20
and a
years.
hat,
And in
visor.
2004, the UN sent a mission that sounds very familiar. It was supposed to stabilize the country just enough to get it to elections. Instead, it lasted for 13 years. It was dogged by allegations of sexual abuse, and its troops were responsible for a cholera outbreak that killed some 10,000 Haitians. So Many of the Haitians I spoke to have little trust in the international community or their own government, and a lot of Haitians I spoke to told me the same thing. The only one who can get Haiti out of this crisis is God.
NPR's Ada Peralta, thank you.
Thank you, Ollie.
And you can hear more
Man,
from Ada
what a long
on
fucking light I
this
had
weekend's
here.
episode of the Sunday Story podcast.
The Supreme Court
Should be pretty
has
interesting
rejected
'cause this lane
Republican-led
kinda
efforts to
fucking
restrict
fucked
the
up here
federal
with that.
government from communicating with social media companies about posts that
It's
government
fucked.
officials consider to be misinformation. That could have big consequences for efforts to fight false and misleading claims about voting during this major election year. NPR's Shannon Bond joins us now with more. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Elsa.
Okay, so what exactly did the court decide today?
This case was brought by the Attorneys General of Missouri and Louisiana and 5 individual social media users. And they accused government officials of illegal.
Hell yeah, we're
pressuring
making that
platforms
all
like
day
Facebook,
long, you know what I'm
Twitter,
saying?
and
I didn't even see the
to
red. I
take
saw the
down
green for the other
illegal
side
posts
though, but
about
it's
the
aight.
2020 election.
We're up and out of that,
And
you know what I
the Biden
mean?
administration said it was exercising its own free speech rights, and the court rejected the plaintiffs' claims. It said they didn't have grounds to sue because they had not shown that the platforms acted because of government pressure. But the court didn't answer this larger question in this case, which is, when does government communication with tech companies go too far?
Right.
But what we do know is that this ruling means government, for now, can continue to have these kinds of conversations.
Okay. Practically speaking,
Yeah, these
what does that
Bloom
mean
cards,
heading into the November
these
election?
Bloom pens.
Well, so we know that
These right here?
officials have been warning that Russia and other
2
foreign
for 30 on a
adversaries
deal,
are
but they
actively
told me they
trying
were
to American
resin.
voters. So it means that the FBI
But it's
will be able to
resin
share information
terps
with tech companies
infused
about
is
potential
what it is,
threats
or
they're
something like
seeing.
that.
It means election officials can
It's not
discuss
like
with
resin.
tech
It's
companies
actually
false
distillate
claims
with
about voting.
resin
And some
terps
of that
infused, so it's kind of a lie. So when I go back there, I'm gonna be like,
The
yo,
other pressure is this larger right.
I got bamboozled.
This lawsuit is part of
give me a new one, man.
content
Sell me one for
moderation,
15 and I'll call it
studying
even. You know what I mean?
falsehoods as censorship.
Sell me
Yeah,
another
tell us
one
more
because you
about that
bamboozled me,
campaign,
and
because,
I'll call it
this
even.
lawsuit was rejected today, but
Go ahead,
the
bud.
broader campaign,
Flame him
has
in.
it already had other impacts?
Flag him in, and
Yeah,
then
it
we're
has.
going.
So conservatives have
Going up
long
here to get a
argued
little
that social media
money out the
platforms
ATM, then
suppress
hey,
speech,
guys,
even though
ball
the
players.
available evidence doesn't
Then we're
support
going
that.
on over to the woods to
What
get some
has to
Act
do
1,
is
baby,
these
baby.
balloons
Can't get
into
you
this
that
idea
fucked
there's
up.
broad, coordinated effort between
But it gets you a little more
tech
blazed than that
companies and
Gorilla
researchers
butter that
to
I had, which
illegally
is like a
censor
purpley.
political speech. And so,
Tastes
like,
good
for
and
months, we saw
make
the
you wanna take a
FBI
nap
has
shit. It
simply
doesn't
stopped
really
sharing information
fry
about
it down, fry it
foreign
down.
threats with social networks.
Like you want, you
Now,
know?
those communications have now resumed. to
It's
some
more of a
degree, and,
CBD
we
kicker,
do have
but it
some
had nice
clarity from today's
crystallization.
rulings, but there
It's
are
good for sleep, you know?
impressions
And when I
wider
woke up in the middle of the night, I didn't even take a rip of it. And I usually take a rip, but I was like, you know, it's not, you know, it wasn't like that exciting.
Security
So,
issues. And
fuck
particularly
the
also,
rip.
researchers who study viral falsehoods, they have really borne the brunt of this campaign. They've been targeted by a Republican-led congressional
I'm gonna swing in right here for the folk.
document requests and subpoenas. They've
Swing
been
in right here for the folk.
private
Nice
lawsuits
and-
brought by
nice and
state
flat
agencies,
turn so nobody has to
Supreme
brake
Court case.
behind me, you know,
That's
do the
back to
courteous
big
little,
legal
use the
bills.
other lane
They've
turn
been
and get
targeted
in through
with
here,
harassment
guys, and then I'll give you my
and
pin.
one prominent research
Beat
group,
me up here,
Stanford,
and I'll hook you up.
recently lost its leadership
Hook
on
you
much
up
of
with
its
some dope.
staff as a result
All
of
right,
funding.
I'm gonna pause it. I'll be right back,
So
babe.
what this all means is that it may be
Little chicky.
little by little.
I'm going down Mac, man. This is
Missouri's
dangerous with my
response
cut in
to
my
what
windshield.
child
But guess
welfare
what?
advocates call
Sometimes you got to take the
foster
gauntlet
care,
with a little
where
bit of
kids stay
grain of
with
salt.
family or friends
I'm going right
without
after
an
this.
official agreement.
Yes, I
This
am.
program tries to bring informal arrangements
out there.
of the shadows.
Homeless dude kind of looked like me.
Court officials,
I'm a little less homeless because I can use some conditioner every once in a while. Use a little product on the beard every once in a while. Use a little, you know, this or that. You know, wash the bum off daily.
Children and their families.
You know that trauma
Know what I'm
is the
saying?
number one risk factor for
Wash that bum off
future
daily.
mental health disorders, behavioral health disorders, substance use disorders.
Bum life going down
So
that
I feel
drain.
like anything
Wash that
can
dirt right on
be in
down.
place
I hope no
to
cops see me with my fucking cut in my
that
windshield.
would
That's
be
why I'm kind
reasonable to
of
have.
riding this guy's ass a little bit, you know. He ain't going, he's going 30, so when he gets out of my way, I'm going to show him what the fucking business is on this town. On this town.
Is bringing into question whether the rehabilitation.
We're going, guys, we're going. We
is
just did a little bit
aggressively
of,
enough
you know,
to get
basement
children out of homes
remediation,
where
scraping
there's
some
fentanyl.
carpet glue up
Jessica
off, you know.
Seitz, a child welfare advocate who looked
You know how
into
it
the
goes.
rising number of deaths.
There's a Miata. That thing's
found that
fucking
children's
sweet.
division
Melzy B.
personnel often failed to offer the alternative.
Melzy B's Miata, dude. That thing's fucking
Missed
sweet.
warning signs that they were using fentanyl.
Yeah, my lane's faster. So I get up next to her, say what's up. Oh, yeah.
The fentanyl
Oh, it's an older lady, man. Fuck yeah, she's riding with her kid.
Throughout the state.
Just ripping around
They were
town.
offered 84 times in St. Louis.
That's what I'm talking about. We're all going 40, so the cops can't get us. Can't get us all.
800 times in
That's how you get by on the law of averages. There's 6 cars going 40. Which one's he gonna give a ticket to? Probably not me, nestled in here. I see him though over there. I see him over there.
But that momentum could be
I could go left. If he's looking over this way, I'm going left.
More money across state lines in Illinois are the private sector. And lawmakers like Democratic State Representative Maggie
No
Nuremberg
cop in there. That's all just for show right there. I knew it. I played his bluff.
To do things like
Fucking snatch that bluff out of his hand. Look, we got a green here. That's uncanny. That's unprecedented. I don't know what we did right.
To the children's division, I think it says a lot about who's in power here.
It will be up to Missouri's governor and the state's lawmakers to decide if keeping the children's.
I'm gonna hit some of that Simpson oil tonight. I forgot to hit it last night. I got a big old vial of it, and there's about 17 fucking doses in there, so I know I can find some happiness inside of that. You know what I mean? I'll really fucking find it. Oh my god, if we hit that light behind me and this light, that'd be just so uncanny, dude. Literally uncanny, and that's how it's supposed to be right there. And then we get this one, but this one's not too bad up here. Just motor mouthing because I drank all that coffee, bro. Not bad. Motoring. That's a sweet Subi back there. I like those white Subis with dark tinted windows.
Friendly's Chipwich, Jenny's ice cream.
We'll have more on some of the specific products and the level of risk to the public.
Brakes grinding so bad, it's like a cinder block stopping this fucking thing. Brakes grinding so bad, it's like a fucking cinder block stopping this motherfucker, dude. Jesus.
Some owners of them are scrambling.
But whatever, man, those rotors are getting fucked into the garbage, so I'm getting some new ones out of there. I need to have them hook my exhaust up so it blows out the back of my shit. I'm so sick of breathing it. It's probably taking off my life too, you know what I mean? Just huffing that shit down. Fuck. Not like we all don't huff enough pollution as it is, you know what I mean? Let alone the shit that comes back into your car from the fucking backside of it. Stupid.
In today's headlines, a U.S. Supreme Court opinion erroneously and briefly
Erroneously.
on the court's website suggests the court will allow abortions in medical emergencies in Idaho.
Fuck
according to
that shit.
News, which obtained a copy of the opinions.
People who want to limit abortions are just fucking stupid.
Homeland of Australia.
Bottom line, they want more voters, and that's what it comes down to, and that's so fucking stupid. That guy's texting his dick off. I just swear to God. Look, he's all over the road.
And the state health department and the
Fucking
FDA
asshole.
are urging people not to buy or eat any flavor.
I'm gonna start honking at people, man.
Microdosing chocolate
Really
bars,
am.
infused cones, or microdose and macrodose gummies. We'll have more on that in
Yeah,
Michigan Public News.
macrodose me,
coming up
bro.
in
Fuck that
54.
microdose shit.
This is Michigan Public for Kira Headlines.
I'm gonna get a shirt that shows macrodose with a greater sign and then microdose, you know what I'm saying? And it will be mathematically correct, and it will be like, you know,
highly
what
restrictive
you'll want.
abortion bans have also
Yeah,
seen sharp
correct.
declines in prescriptions for birth
I'm
control.
gonna macrodose that
Emergency
fucking Simpson oil
contraception.
tonight, boy.
NPR's Alyssa
I might see you in 2 days.
Right, and joins us now. Hi, Alyssa. Hello. Okay, so tell us more
I
about
might
this
wake up in
study.
2 days and call work and be like, holy fuck, I missed today.
Well, they looked at prescriptions.
Took this
in
shit, I went to
states that
sleep and I
implemented
woke up a
strict
day
bans
later.
After the Supreme Court overturned the right to an abortion in 2022. And they compared
I
the states that
had
had
such a
moderate
high
bans,
tolerance to
smaller
edibles, I could eat like 6 gummies that were like $20.
They found that
You know?
in states like
And who can
Texas,
afford that?
Alabama,
I mean, I was
also
selling them.
strict bans.
I was pumping off $20 gum, or we were giving them, I think, 15 or 2 for 15 or something, but still. I don't think I like I looked at this for his shit car, so he went on the race.
Including things like Plan B, dropped by nearly half. Dima Cato, a professor at the University
That or he didn't like me getting
California, was
past
the
him.
lead researcher on the study, which published today in the journal JAMA Network.
A lot of the focus has been on abortion, how Dobbs has impacted abortion. We can't forget that,
This guy
preventing
sucks right in front
pregnancy
of me,
and
that's for
contraception
sure.
is still key.
Turning. All these don't have fucking speed bumps, you know what I mean? And they need them.
So Cato says the decline is likely because many family planning
I'm
clinics
chairman.
with abortion
Albert
services
Hakim, I know that guy.
closed after the bans. But those were the same
Used to
clinics
do
that
business
offered
with
family
Chad
planning and
Evans.
reproductive health. That's where people got these prescriptions.
Chad D. Evans. Chad
The
Darren
other
Evans.
decline in prescriptions
No,
may
that's
be
a Hancoon
confusion
Evans.
over what is legal. A study last year by
Used to work
the
for a
Kaiser
guy, you know.
Foundation found more
Used
than
to have
half of the
300
surveyed
listings.
believed that Plan B was illegal
And
because
he
of their
was
state's
a
abortion
scam
bans.
artist.
And that's despite the fact that the FDA came
He'd
out
sell
and
every
said
good one to his
emergency
buddies.
Contraception, including Plan B, it prevents pregnancy. It does not terminate it. The thing is also
Nobody
there's so
getting
much
no deals off of
misinformation.
Chad Evans, bro. He'd be getting all the fucking good ones. He got a good one off of
the first time that oral birth control was being made available.
Outer Drive right there at Whittier.
Does that impact all this?
Like a couple in from that liquor store or, you know, Chandler Park and Whittier type shit. Where's this douchebag going? Is he turning? All right,
Really
cool.
expensive and out of reach for low-income people. Take Oak, which is the FDA's
You know what I mean?
potential pill that you can
He
get
got one off of there for 30 grand. He
$30.
painted it and sold it for 120 grand, dude. That's how fucking awesome he was doing at that time. And that wasn't the only one. He'd do like 10 or 20. Probably not that big of a number, but he'd buy them for like 5 and holy shit. You see that fucking pothole? That should be illegal. Sue that pothole, bro. That thing's fucking way too big. Yeah, he'd sell. I think he'd sell fucking 100 houses a month or something, dude. He'd be selling 3 a day. He'd be selling packs. He'd be telling the bank they'd be worth 2 grand with a straight face. Like I can literally sell this house for 2 grand. And I don't know how long they fucked with him with it, but he definitely ran that to the ground till he couldn't run it no more and got scam artist fucking tossed out of there.
Utah Congressman John Curtis is
I'm almost on E too, man. Fucking bullshit. We're going in here. All right, 17-minute driving video. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're still here at the end, I fucking love ya.
But the decision to advance Curtis.
We're doing this all for you, you know? And it might not be good entertainment, but we're just trying to get quantity over quality. Not really, but with the driving thing, yes. I'm just trying to fucking get as much minutes up there as I can and pop. All right, I'll catch you.
Curtis
We're
is
here.
viewed as a moderate conservative, much like
We're at the
Mitt
trap.
Romney. Although at his campaign party, Curtis
A
was
bee's at the trap.
following in the senator's footsteps.